you know, I'm just going to do this one kind of from memory. If you want to create a light area, if you want to create light in a piece, then you have to surround that light by dark. And the more you do that, the darker you do it, the lighter and brighter that light area will appear. It's a great medium. It's neat for an artist to work in a couple different mediums because it gives them different ways of seeing and expressing their subject. And I think you see more into what you're doing if you can do it in different ways. It's like a musician using different instruments. I do charcoal studies. I do a lot of pencil sketching in the field. The charcoal is more getting the overall value scale, the difference between the lights and the darks, where a pencil drawing is more about compositional elements and the details of things such as tree lines, and pencil's a much more descriptive, word by word kind of thing, where a charcoal is much more of a emotional, gets the real feel of it. I'll start a charcoal and then I'll come back in and work it back out from the light back out into the dark again. And it's kind of a push and pull until it comes together at the end. Take color out of the mix and then you've just got black and white. It's a very see how you can almost draw with the eraser. And that's how I work up charcoals. They're almost like, it's almost very similar to painting. It's a very layered process. It's not a drawing like you would think. They start off very loose, sketchy, and they slowly work up to the point where I'm putting the final details and textures on. But you can see how this is developed. It's not like you do a line drawing and fill in all the little pie shapes around. It's very much a thing you do by feeling more than anything else. It's just, you just sort of feel your way along, and you know, try not to get stuck in any one area for too long, and just keep it moving. Just capture the feeling of the place. I can relate to so many different painters, and for one thing or another, certainly like the Impressionists for their color, and they're taking painting out of doors to begin with. They were really the first ones to do it. Even some of the modern painters I've always liked, like Rothko. He worked in layers of tone, and even in a piece like this, you can almost see a Rothko would be, here's a Rothko version of the same thing, would be some light up here, and then a whole band of dark. He worked in big blocks of color, and he created these kind of atmospheric veils of areas, like that could be a Rothko composition. And you can kind of see how there's similarities in landscape and abstracts. But you can see how quickly this Rothko could could be turned into a landscape. So there's a lot of similarities between modern art, contemporary art, traditional art. There's a lot of crossover there, and I don't think you should ignore any influences.